Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
Some bad news.
A
pretty good sized hole in this bed.
I need to turn my TV down for one thing. I need to learn that when you run a YouTube channel that you do not make promises. At the end of the last video for the 429 build, I put a little note at the end saying that there'll be another video up next day. However, I've been seriously ill the last couple of days, and it just wasn't feasible for me to work on the model. However, I feel a little bit better today, and I'm kind of hoping that I can get this this model on the way. So, without further ado, let's see what we can do. Now, I've changed how I'm going to build this model. I've been thinking about different ways that I can put it together and kind of what I'm going to do. So I'm going to make kind of templates up for the fuselage, and then just wing it basically. I've got no formers, no shapes, formers or anything like that. I've got to literally work it all out myself. And I think the best way to do it is to have a couple of templates that I can use to get the basic shape of the fuselage. So let's crack on. I'll try not to talk too much because I'm still feeling a bit doggy. So I'll put you down onto the plan and you should be able to see roughly what I'm doing. And in time-lapse mode you'll figure out what I'm actually doing here. So let's get on with it, shall we? Okay guys, hopefully you can see here what I'm doing. Now obviously we've got the side of the fuselage, top of the doghouse, and this is going to be the top view of the fuselage. So I'm going to be able to use these now as a basis to the actual size of the formers that I'm going to need. I need to do another template for the top, for the actual size of the doghouse as well. And then hopefully, like I say, you'll be able to see what it is I'm actually trying to achieve here. So I'll get these cut out and then I'll get back to you when it's done. And there we have it, guys. Thanks for watching. There is one barrel 429. Sorry about that. Right, so what I'm going to be doing now, hopefully you can see where I'm going with this. So we have a side profile and we have a top profile, and out of these I'm going to be able to cut the lengths that I need to make up the front and side. So effectively imagine that being pushed into this part of the way, so it'll be slid into here. That will give me the shape that I need on the top as well as the side. Then I'm going to do the same with the doghouse, whereas the doghouse though, it's not going to be so bad, because all I'm going to need to do with the doghouse is get the lower section shape, which this will then go onto, and then I'll be able to work into it where the ribs are going to go the same way as I'm going to do, or should I say formers, the same way as I'm going to do with this. So yeah, I'll just get the doghouse top section cut out, and then also the other two sections which are the top view, which go here, because this piece here, this is going to be sort of like from here to about here, and then I've got the back section which will go from sort of like here upwards. So I'll have like 2 layers, and then that way hopefully I'll be able to say, like I said, work the shape of the fuselage as I'm going to need it. So that's the plan. Whether or not it'll work, but we'll have to wait and see. So let's get on with it. Right guys, hopefully you can see here what it is I'm trying to attempt. So this is the doghouse, and I've got the top and side sections which are going to go together like that, okay? And then we've got each former which will be placed here like I saw. That will be glued into place. You get the idea. They're not going to all stand up, but what it'll do is it'll give me the basic shape that I need to get the doghouse as I want it. So once it's done, I'm then going to sheet over the top of it. I'm fighting a losing battle here because of static. There we go. So you can get the basic shape. Helps if the camera was pointing at it. You can get the basic idea as to what I'm doing. So once these are all in place, then I'm going to basically sheet the top of this. The front section will be a piece of solid foam or balsa wood, whatever like. And then once it's all sheeted and it's sanded nicely to shape, then I'll fiberglass it. What about the bottom? You're not going to be able to get to the... Yeah, I get what you're saying, right? So once it's all fiberglassed and it's all stiffened up, I'm then going to turn it over, and then I'll cut out all of these formers and stuff, basically. I'll leave a little bit of them, but the majority of them will be cut off, so it'll come down to about here, say. And the same around the edges. They'll be then stiffened up with plywood instead of the foam to make them a bit stronger, and then I can cut out like the top of the section of the doghouse where the rotor head's going to go, and all this will all be cut out as well for it to sit on top. And that's basically how that's going to work, and similar sort of process will be with the fuselage as well. So I've done the one side, I've now got to duplicate these to go on the other side, and I can put all these together. So I'm just going to make myself a coffee because I'm parched. Excuse me. Make myself a coffee, duplicate the other side, and then I'll start sticking them in where they need to go to build it up, and then we can start sheeting it as well, hopefully. So the plan for this video today is to get this doghouse all sheeted minus fiberglass. Right guys, we've got all our components, that's what you want to call it, all the bits and pieces that I need to start making up the doghouse. So I'm going to start gluing it all together, and then once that's done we can then start looking at planking it. So I'll get it all assembled in time-lapse mode so you can see me doing it, and then you'll hopefully be able to figure out what it is I'm trying to actually do. So let's get on with it. Right, so there you can see what I've done. I'm thinking I may need to put possibly a couple more formers here and here. So what's basically going to happen now is, you can just imagine I'm going to have strips which I'll basically put over the top of here, so they'll be in line with this still, but as you can see they're going to go like that basically. So I'm going to plank the whole of this with this to try and keep the weight down, and then the strength will be in the fiberglass once I fiberglass it, once it turns up with the epoxy, with the resin. So I'm just going to give it a quick sand down to the contour that I need, so that when it comes to putting on the strips, once I've cut them out as well, because I need to cut the strips out, it'll be nice and it'll give me a nice edge for each one to go onto. That's the plan. Whether it'll work that way or what, I don't know, but we'll see. So I'll get my strips cut out, and then I'll start planking it. Right. I don't know how long this is going to be on a time lapse, but I ain't gonna lie guys, that has just took me forever, and that's just one side. But you can see what I'm doing. I mean, it's starting to build up now. Once I get the other side done, I'll be able to start giving a quick sand, filling it with lightweight filler, and then prepping it ready for the fiberglass. But hopefully you can see what it is I'm doing here. So one side done, now time for the other side. I've still got the fuselage to do as well, and that's even bigger. There you go, guys. That was long-winded. So we now have the beginnings of our doghouse, and as you can see, it's come out really well. I mean, it's pretty strong considering it's made of foam board, but that's going to be, once it's dried completely, I can take the tape off, can sand it all to shape, do some filling on it, get it all nice and presentable as it should be, and then it'll be ready to fiberglass. So I don't know how long this video is, guys, but I'm going to end it on that one. So that's the end of part 2 for this. When you come back, we'll start doing all the filling. I'll probably have got it all filled when you come back in the part 3, and sand it down and whatnot, and then hopefully then we can start on starting the fuselage the same way. But boy, did that take a long time, and I'm glad it's over and done with. I hate planking, but it works. You know, it does work. Yes, it would normally be done with wood, but in this case I didn't want to waste a load of wood when I can do the same thing out of foam board, as you can see here, with a little bit of sanding and a little bit of filling and whatnot. Once this is fiberglass, it's going to be just the same as what it would have been in wood. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've not got too bored watching me doing loads of planking. It's like I've made a boat. Made a model boat. Nope. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, guys. Click like, click the subscribe button, click the old notifications, ding-a-ling-a-ding, because that way then you'll get notified when the next video comes out. Hopefully it won't be too long, but as I said at the beginning of the video, I've been pretty poorly the last few days. Not getting too bad now, it's starting to get a bit better, so hopefully we can start cracking on and getting this model done, because I want to get it finished for our scale helicopter event that we've got coming up in June. We just start in February tomorrow, so should be able to do it. Shouldn't think it'll take that long, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.